doing recording. As I thought about our meeting, I thought, based on my good morning, Virginia Klingerman. Sarah Garrett says, I love the Cowboys. Awesome. Well, I'm coming down to meet with some executives at a pretty large bank in Dallas, and I'm definitely going to go by and see some of my Dallas peeps and clients and so forth. I may even do an event down there, and trying to arrange it around a Cowboys game. So if you got any ins, let me know. And good seats. So as I thought about our meeting, guys, I think about some of the conversations I have, with people throughout the week, and in particular, I was on the phone with a gentleman that used to actually be the guy. And I won't say what territory, because I don't want to single people out or make anybody feel bad or feel like I'm picking on them or not, because I'm really not. But in this particular gentleman's market, he was the guy, and his wife was like the team, the husband and wife team were just kicked ass, And in many years have gone by, and they've been in the business for a number of years, since the 70s, and so I'm teaching this old dog, some new tricks. When I say old dog, the guy looks like he's much younger than he is, and he's got all the vigor and passion still to push it, and still wants to grow his real estate business, just not quite doing the numbers that he was. And I went through explaining the past client follow-up system we call the active Salesforce. Sometimes you hear me call it the advocate program, which is a system that really tells you what you can say to your past clients to help shift them from you being a familiar name to somebody that they feel as though that you've created enough reciprocity and through the value and the professionalism that they feel compelled to really be on the lookout, to be a bird dog, if you will, for your real estate business. So when somebody mentions the need to buy or sell a house in any way, shape, or form, that they actually feel compelled to say, hey, you need to call my girl, or you need to call my guy, Mary, or Scott, call my girl Mary, right? And so I'm teaching that. I'm teaching video email, and I'm going into the Spider system. I'm showing them, hey, just take a template that already exists and edit it, and here's how you do it intelligently, because you never want to send a video email out with some kind of bait to really get people to click on something else that may be of value. And if they click on it, shows a sign that maybe that they're interested in buying or selling, or know somebody does. Or if you're in the mortgage business, purchasing, refinancing, or getting a consolidation loan or a construction loan of some sort, right? So you kind of throw those out there. Hey guys, I hope this video has been helpful to you. By the way, real quick, down below is an open house that I'm running this week at a new property. This is what I'll call my pre-launch video. You can take a look at the video of this house. It's absolutely stunning and gorgeous, open floor plan. It's going to list for $525,000. If you know anybody in that wheelhouse, this is an absolutely stunning home with a fantastic price, and it will sell fast. So if you know anybody, pass along this video and let me know, as always, if I can help you. So below is the video of the house, the open house details, right? If somebody clicks on it, you want to drive that open house, right? So you want to give them a follow-up call the next day. Hey, Mary, I noticed you clicked on my video. How's everything going? I mean, to talk to you for a little while. Great, you build rapport. Hey, you clicked on my video yesterday on that email blast I sent to people, and just curious, did you click on the video because you guys may be looking at a house, or you know somebody is, or you just want to take a look at the video? Regardless of what they say, you're having a conversation, and that person's going to be aware of 3 real estate transactions a year. Anyway, so it makes perfect sense, right? It's strategic, it's adding value, it's leveraging reciprocity, it's building the relationship, etc. And so, this is awesome, Pat. I love it. This is really, really good. At the end of our session together, he says, I'll never be able to do any of this. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. And I said, wait a minute, you did, 3 transactions. You got the time. This is daunting to you. But there's a video that supports everything I just said right in your back office. You can watch it, follow step by step. I said, the return comes in the form. Now, this is a gentleman that did big business, right? Has a humongous database. The return, right? It's an hour a month. Okay, so let's just throw that comment out. It's an hour a month. You have the time. Is it worth your time? That's the real question. And you guys have been on. I've taught this system, and you've been on. You've listened to people literally say, I did it and I got immediate business, okay? People that just never did any, just had the courage to pick up the phone, do a video email, whatever, and literally come back and say, I got 3 pieces of business, or I got my third call. Somebody said, that's funny, you called me. We have a need. Our daughter's getting married. You guys have heard that. If you've been on these calls, you've watched that over the last 6-8 weeks. Okay, you've heard it. The real question is, numbers wise, by the way, if you have 300 people in your database, okay, past clients, friends, family, etc., or even 100, whatever your number is, with this particular individual had like 600, okay, 600 people in his database. Every one of them, statistically, according to the National Association of Realtors, is going to be aware of 3 real estate transactions in their market. That's 1,800 referral opportunities, right? If you get, literally 10% of them, 10%, it's 180, right? 5%, it's staggering. So it's when we look at the reasons why people get stagnant or fail, it's really truly, the real estate transactions are always happening. It's just that your market share, based on your behaviors and your scheduling and how you move, are not yielding enough market share to endure a tougher market, a lack of inventory market, etc. Right? So in markets like this, where we have, interest rates came up, which will go back down again, right? They came up a little bit, but the stock market's doing well, the economy's doing well, the job rates are doing fantastic, right? All signs are showing that this is a really healthy America, right? So you got to look back and say, well, man, I'd much rather have this than 2008, right? 2008 was a real reason to bitch, right? It really was, okay? It was daunting. It was a deep recession, okay? And there's nothing I could have said at that point. Now, during that time, there were still people that were writing deals and digging in. And what they do, they shifted, they adapted. What they focus on? Foreclosures, short sales, right? They focused on the transactional side of this business. They didn't make as much money, but they focused on where the business was. At that point, it was REOs and short sales, foreclosures, right? And a lot of people made a lot of money leveraging that. And if you had money, you were the one buying them. Now you're making real money. My God. So, but you always have time, and because people are sometimes so strapped, they want to do, they just want, I need to do something today to make a deal right now. Right. And when you're in that mindset, guess what? You're attached to the outcome. And when you're attached to the outcome, you have this repelling effect on people because they see it in your eyes, they hear it in your voice that you need a piece of business right now. Then there's nothing wrong with asking people. In fact, I said, go be direct. You don't always have to do the active sales force. You can put a simple workflow together that says you pick up the phone. Hey, John, Mary, just wanted to reach out to you. This is Virginia Klingerman giving you a call. How's everything going? Good, fantastic. Reason why I'm giving you a call is, this market is really dynamic here in San Antonio. And interest rates have crept up a little bit, but there's, inventory is still okay, but there's still a lot of people moving into San Antonio because of our industry, because of the no tax laws in our state. And 100% of my business comes through referrals, and I depend on people like you to bird dog for my business. If it's okay, if I can ask you for a huge favor, and that is simply this: you're going to be aware statistically of 3 or 4 situations over the course of the next 12 months, this is according to the industry statistics, of 3 or 4 times where people have a need to talk to a real estate agent about buying or selling a piece of property. If and when that opportunity comes, would you mind passing my business card along and mentioning my name to those individuals that you know in your network? Not at all, Virginia. Of course I would. I would have done that anyway, right? Perfect. I appreciate that. I'm going to send a quick a letter thanking you for that and a couple business cards. So if when you do run into those situations, you have my contact information handy. I sincerely appreciate it. Is there anything I can do for you? As you know, I have a program that's designed to save you 20-30% annually on your home spending. Please take advantage of that. Should you need anything in and around your house, reach out, give me a call, and I'll put you in touch and refer you to what I'll call my little mini Angie's List here in our local marketplace. These are quality, inspected, thoroughly investigated, if you will, people with many cases substantial discounts because of the leveraging effect that I have on their business. So if you need anything, let me know, okay? I'll be more than happy to refer you on. In many cases, people say, oh, it's funny, I really could use just a handyman, or I really could just use, I'm looking for a, sometimes they'll ask you right there on the spot, right? So you can be direct and do that, and Scott Simpson did exactly that. And that's where, he came back and said, man, I got 3 pieces of transactions. And what do they say? It's so weird you called at this point in time. One thing that we know about top salespeople is they're always on the phone and they're always talking to people. And that art seems to has gotten lost over the last handful of years. People want to text, people want to email, people want to just leave social media posts, right? You can't do that. If you're in sales, you're in real estate, you're selling mortgages, or you're on the phone and you're selling insurance, you got to actually be on the phone or in front of people, okay? That's how you do that. That's how you build relationships. If you know that, when I was with Ryan Chido in Naples, Florida, again, the guy's going to clear $40 million this year. His company, he just just got bought out by Compass, okay, out of New York City, and a humongous deal, right? Now, my buddy Ryan is part owner of this particular real estate franchise. And he's half owners with another gentleman. I think he actually had a little bit less of the ownership, needless to say, neither here nor there. But he was the $40 million producer. Of 65 agents that report to his office, there's really only two people did 95% of the business. And those are the nationwide statistics, right? And so 2 people did all that volume. So when it came to the buyout, you can guess who made the money? You know what I mean? My buddy Ryan. Because his partner didn't do any business. In fact, he was just a money guy, right? Never really was a real estate agent. Just, he was a German multi-millionaire. I don't want to say billionaire. I don't think he was a billionaire, but he fronted the money and got it going. But Ryan was the one that made it all happen. So without Ryan, they're screwed. So that gives them tremendous leverage. I mean, the guy literally, bought a house for $900,000 cash. It was in a gorgeous home. Humongous chunks of money coming in. But when I was down there with him, this is again, I want to say it was almost 2 months ago at this point, he was always on the phone. When we were driving from lunch to his office or from the office to his house, right? He was taking calls, right? Or making a few calls, always on the phone. So if he and I weren't actually meeting, and there were times we were dedicated to just he and I meeting, he was talking to people all the time. So, if you're not doing that, that could be the reason why you're not doing the volume that you would like to be doing. But, so guys, I told you that we're going to run at least the next 4 weeks on some of the things you can do online, okay? And I don't want to make things complicated. There's a lot that's involved in online, and I don't want to. If you were to stop what you're doing and become a master of online marketing, too many other parts of your business will fail. However, that being said, there are simple things you can do and have the time to do that are easy to do, that we've produced tutorials for you. That's why I'm not going to just go through and do all the clicks right now, because what good is that, right? You're not going to remember to do them. What you need is the video, two tabs or 2 screens open, and you watch it simultaneously. You do it, right? Like posting a blog or vlog or video on Facebook, etc. Okay, so let me just show you really quick. What Chelsea did for you guys is, she created. Hang on, let me just move this down. Get out of my way. This Zoom thing is this Sprout video. If you look over here, how to edit a page on your website, how to post a blog or vlog, a video blog, right? How to edit Spider CRM, how to edit Spider CRM form on a website. How to connect landing pages to your website, so you can build them in Spider very easy, and then connect them to your website through the WordPress plugin that we built. How to connect landing pages to your website on your menu bar on your website, and how to add Spider Pro landing page to your website and then onto your menu bar. Okay, there's just really, they're already done. They're very simple, and she walks through how to actually do that. Okay, so the things that I would recommend you really do and put at the top of your list, because if you're in real estate and mortgages, right, getting referrals and taking the system that I've been beating really, really hard in your heads for the last several weeks is one thing. You have to communicate, add value with your past clients. Well, how do you do that? You take the 7 topics we created: travel, personal finances, health and wellness, saving money on your home, funny, right? Market updates, those subjects that everyone really is interested in. And you can take those 7 subjects, and then you go right here to, okay, how can I take one of these subjects and this just once a week, either do a video on it, which that video I can do a Facebook ad with it. That video I can put on my website. That video I can put on my blog. That video I can put, everywhere on my email distribution list. Send a video email out. So it's not a waste of time. You take just once a week a topic, content, and when it's original, and no one else is doing it, not Outbound Engine, not Spider Media, not Johnny Lunchbucket email service provider, right? When it's coming from you, Google likes that, right? Because it's original content, and they know whether it's original or whether somebody else created and plopped it on your website, okay? Just once a week. You don't have the time. Well, if I told you made $100,000 off that, you would certainly do it, right? Oh my gosh, like I have to do it. There's an urgency there. It's do it, okay? Look and see the results that it has, and then you'll make it happen. You need to do at least one Facebook ad, and have one Facebook ad created and run it. Test it, measure it. Is it getting people to your website? That's the goal. Drive people to my website. I've told you many times, if your expectation is somebody sees an ad, fills out a form, and then you call them and they say, oh my God, thank you very much for calling. We're really serious about having you come in and list our house with us, okay? We're not selling candy bars and t-shirts, okay? You're selling real estate and mortgages. So the sales cycle is all about creating trust and credibility, right? So to create trust and credibility, interesting. So to create trust and credibility, I didn't do that. That's cool. Somebody was able to write on the screen. To create trust and credibility, the rapport building starts with your Facebook ad. Then the qualify, again, we think and we understand the sales process. The qualify is when they go to your website and they see you're a qualified real estate agent or loan officer. They see videos, levels of engagement, connections to your social media. They see YouTube videos, they see testimonials, people like you, there's good engaging content on there that they can learn from you, right? Is that on your website now? Or is it just Johnny Lunchbucket, Vanilla Schmella, right? It's just, okay, here's another website, property search functionality, about, my marketing plan, right? Buyers, sellers, right? Now that stuff still needs to be there, obviously, but have you taken it upon yourself to say, how can I make my website a fun place to be? That's number 4 here. How can I make it an engaging place to be? And do I have several points where people can engage me? Am I telling them to like my Facebook or to like me on YouTube, right? Are you building your subscriber base with your Facebook ads? Because isn't that the goal? Think about that for a second. What do we want to do with the Facebook ad? With the Facebook ad, we want to grow our audience. In order to grow our audience, they have to either like you on Facebook, like you on YouTube or Twitter, right? And when they do that, if you're doing blog or vlog or any posting or a video that you put on your YouTube channel, they're automatically going to get that email to them, right? So they're going to stay connected to you, and that's the goal. We want to build our audience, and we want to use our own content to communicate with our audience. Local market knowledge, market updates, travel, funny, physical fitness, health and wellness, those topics of engagement that I've talked to you about, right? Just, and if you form the habit of doing it once a week, this morning I was on my drinking a cup of coffee in bed, which I do every single morning, and watch Mike and the Mike show and have a cup of coffee. That's how I start my days every single day. And I was scrolling through Facebook and I see my buddy Peter Jensen, who lives in Fort Myers, Florida, on Facebook Live, and he was in Costa Rica, right? And he was talking about life, and he had, 13, 14 people on at 6:30 in the morning, just listening to him, watching him, and he was just talking real. He was getting people to know who he was, right? He was talking about growth in life and concepts his dad taught him, right? And how he struggled in life at a certain point. He actually ended up in jail, and the mistakes he made, and why not to do that, and his advice for everybody. It was engaging. It really was. And he was real. And I listened to the whole thing. And I did last week too, because, he's talking about health and wellness, a topic I'm really interested in. So in any event, hey, Rock Kelly, good to have you on. So bear with me for a second. Let me just do this and I'll field questions as I get going here, okay? So when you look at these types of things, the first question is, did we build, most people in this call, we have built your website. So I'm looking at this thing, Jason Brown, Jesse Bell, Jim Haley, Marilyn White, Sarah Garrett, Virginia Klingerman, All right. Not Lou Plummer. Lou Plummer, good to have you on board, right? But some people we haven't. If we haven't built your website, it's a critical error because we're able to connect your CRM to your website, and then when you push content out, everything's connected. You can build content in the Spider CRM with very simple clicks, and boom, you convert it on your website and distribute it, and it's done, right? Most websites are standalone. They sit there, they don't do anything, nobody ever finds them, etc. And we have to push our website in people's faces. They're not going to find you. We all get that, right? Nor can we look at our budgets for marketing and say we're going to compete with Zillow, Trulia, or Realtor.com. So the strategy we want to take is we want to take information. I'll give a couple examples, right, today. We'll take our website and create content and take that content and do everything with it, right? Let me just really quick, if I may. I'll go to Jason's site. I don't know. Let me go to Mariel SEO. I think Mary's site is it's not her name of her site. Loans for you. I'm just trying to remember some of the people on this call's actual URL by memory. Wasn't yours loansforyou.com, right, Kelly? Let me just look and see who's on the site. Bear with me. I don't know. Jesse's jessiebell.com or Sarah Garrett. All right, so I don't remember offhand, and I apologize for that, guys. I wanted to give you a specific example, but you definitely want to use your website, or if you look at Spider Media's, SpiderMediaInc.com, right? One of the first things that you see on the Spider site is, quick video. Who are we? What do we do? How do we do what we do? Why do we do what we do? Who have we done it for in the past, and why should you do business with us, right? And it's all done via video. First thing, why? Because most people. Right? So that tells, and then right underneath it, right? There's a point of engagement, free webinar, right? Oh, thanks, Raquel. www.loans-for-u.com. Okay. I'll go to that in a second. But then it's okay. That's who we are. Then why us, right? Well, generate leads, automate your administrative tasks, dominate your local market presence, generate more referrals, save you time and money. All right. So you say you're good, but what are other people saying? That's important. So what did it take to do this? Oh my gosh, that's a big undertaking, isn't it? No, it's not. It's asking 4 or 5 people that love your company to go out and say a quick video, and they can do it on their computer, do it on their cell phone, and you pop it on your website, right? It doesn't even have to be fancy. It can just be without music, right? But if you know somebody does quick video editing, you probably find a high schooler that's really good at it, right? If you don't know how to do it, or you go to YouTube and look at your computer. If you got a Mac, certainly do an iMovie really quick, really easy, right? Again, where there's a will, there's a way. I know Jason Brown and his girlfriend Tanya. They just, I taught them one thing, how to do it, and then Tanya went to work, and she became a pretty good editor and put some music and bullet points and videos now, right? And away they go. But my point is this, okay? There's levels of engagement. Explore the software. There's another button here, right? Register now. Who are we? There's videos, what we do, right? So and it's pretty simple. There's only a couple tabs, right? You click on software. Okay, what about this software? There it is. There's me, right? I'm talking about our software, what we did, why we. right? So, okay, great, that makes sense, right? Now there's online sales funnels, right? Take a tour, right? If I click take a tour, it's going to take me to the features, right? So now I'm drilling them down, I'm funneling them, right? Now they can watch, watch a video about online sales funnels, watch a video on workflow automation, watch a video about video email, okay? Watch a video on text to join, voice touch, social media connect, pipeline management. Oh my gosh, and they're short 1-2 minute videos, right? Autoresponders. What is this doing? It's selling us, right? Via video. What does a better job? Is people going to sit there and read? If we know that 85% of people are looking at your content from a mobile device, which they are. I mean, the statistics on your Google ads, your Facebook ads, you literally see that it's like always 100% over 65%. And most of the time it's like 80% are from a mobile device. That's why video is so important, right? So, again, I'm going to go into the software in a little bit, but I really wanted to make today the preface of what we're going to be building over the next 4 weeks, which is the actual mechanics of vlogging and blogging, right? The mechanics of a Facebook ad, the mechanics of doing Facebook Live and different content strategies for Facebook Live that you can do. And then really spending time looking at your website. Is it great or does it suck, right? And you guys know me, I speak very candid, very frank. All right. Because if you think it stinks, so does everybody else. All right. So how can the best part about most of you guys, we built your website is that, we can actually go into the back end of the WordPress and just be like, here, look how simple this is. And then we have the tutorials for you and you can do it. Right. Or have somebody in your office do it for you. So it's easy. It's done. Not asking you to do it all the time. Ask you to do it once a week. Some form of content that you can take that content, put it on your website, which by the way, we talk about social media syndication. Now, let me explain that. What is social media syndication? Social media syndication is when all your social media accounts are tied to your blog, okay? So that when you put a blog on your website, automatically post that blog to your Twitter, to your Facebook, to your Google+, and to your YouTube, okay? Now, just so you guys know, we put that technology together. WordPress is the only web application that will where you actually can do that, right? So if you take the concept of your company and your free Caldwell Banker site and you say, oh no, we can't do that, don't be surprised, okay? Because WordPress is the only our platform you can do through open source that you can actually do that, right? But just so you know, we as a company have to pay for every time we do that for you, just so you know, okay? So we have to set everyone's up, and we use a third-party organization to tie this thing together. So, if you don't have that set up and you need to have social media syndication set up, it's nominal. I think to actually do that, to set your social, it's like $50, okay? So to have that completely done, so that when you do that, you don't have to log in now to your Twitter, you don't have to log in your Facebook, you don't have to log in anywhere. It's already all done. So it's a one-to-many, right? So let's look at a couple things, okay? So we know that if you're a real estate agent, okay, the fundamentals, we go back to the fundamentals. All right, a couple things that we need to be doing all the time. Engage and add value to your past clients and centers of influence. Rate yourself right now on a scale from 1 to 10 on these 7 things. This past week, it's Friday now. This past week, all right, on a scale from 1 to 10, rate yourself on what you did to engage and add value to your past clients. Did you do the active Salesforce program? Did you add value? Did you call them? Did you video email them? Okay, if you did at least one of those things, give yourself a 6, okay? If you did none of them, give yourself a 0. If you did a video email and you called at least 3, give yourself a 9, okay? If you did 3 a day, give yourself a 10. That's a 10. You talk to 3 past clients a day is a 10, okay? You do a video email once a month and you talk to three past clients a day and make that part of your habit, you'll never have leads in real estate. You'll never not have leads, I should say. But we know we got to farm our area. Pick and choose where you want to go, farm it, dominate it, market it, brand it, be there, talk to people in that area, right? We know we have to show properties. We know we have to do open houses. And what a great way if you actually do open houses the right way. See what most people do, right? Open houses is people come in, you're all dressed up, you got gobs and gobs of perfume on or cologne, right? And it's really intimidating when people walk in, right? And there's a sign-in sheet, Hi, good to have you here. If you guys can go ahead and sign in on the sheet, right? So they put their friend that they want to bust their stones. They put their email address and name on there, and they walk through. Can I help you with anything? Can I show you? No. So most realtors, go ahead and take a look at the house. Let me know if you have any questions, right? Great. And then immediately they give you the rip or pull or the swim move like you teach in football, and they're up and now. Oh, thank you very much. Have a great day, right? Well, what my clients do is they taught that you don't ask people to do anything until you qualified them, right? Don't ask them to sign in on a sign-in sheet, right? Don't overdress, don't underdress. Just be a normal human being. How's everything going? And be a fantastic rapport builder. How's everything? Huge smile. How's everything going, man? And then you just build rapport. Where are you guys from? What brings you here, right? Oh, yeah, we're from great. Oh, yeah. Then you take something you have in common with that particular area and you continue talking about it. Nothing to do with real estate, right? Nothing. Become a fantastic rapport builder. It brings their walls down, right? And then you can, after you built a little bit of rapport and qualify them a little bit, you're showing them a little feature, guys. I'm going to let you do your thing. Couple things I'll tell you that I think are the three best features of this house. One of them is this is the cabinets are absolutely brand new. They regutted this whole thing. They rebuilt it from scratch, and they're absolutely stunning. And the other thing is you're going to go upstairs and see the master closet. California Closet did it. It's just fantastic. Take a look at that. And then the other thing is whatever, right? Just out of curiosity, are you guys looking for a 4-bedroom, house, or is this something, you know what I mean? Just start asking a couple qualified. Are you guys looking to make a move in the next 0 to 6 months, after 6 months, year, or is this imminent, right? Just ask a couple qualified questions. Well, good. Go ahead, take a look. Let me know what I can help you with, right? And after they get down, like, John, let me ask you a question. You saw this house. On a scale from 1 to 10, does it fit your profile of a home? No, not really. We really want to see it. It's over our price budget. Well, what is your actual budget? What are you looking for? May I ask you a quick question? Yeah. If I was able to really just, get a real understanding of what you guys are looking for, I will go back at no charge to you, just a complete service, is really provide you guys with the link, and I can email that to you and text it to your cell phone. Right now, the houses that you're going to want to see based on certain criteria. Would you be interested in having me do that for you? Yeah, because the next person's probably not going to come in. You'll have some downtime. You can sit down, set it up in the MLS. Yeah, great. What's your cell phone number? First thing you say. So I'm going to text it to you, right? Now you got their cell, golden, right? Anyway, I don't want to get on an open house, talk with you guys, but you still have to follow the sales process. Most people don't, right? If you do nothing but present, all right, first, then you're skipping rapport and qualify. And again, if you do that online, you're going to fail. If you do that in person, you're going to fail. If you do that in open houses, you're going to fail. You always have to follow the sales process. Build rapport, qualify, present, close, and handle objections, right? So we know you got to do open house. I think open houses can be a wonderful way, especially if you're a little light right now, to actually generate leads. I know Ryan Chido, who did 40 million, wasn't too proud to do open houses. He was doing open house in Cape Coral. Why? Because he knew it was a little bit down season. He knew he had to get outside of Naples, and he hit Coral Gables. Way lower than his average house price in Naples, but is he too proud to do it? No, he did it, and he gets business from it because he's a fantastic rapport builder, and he has specialized knowledge. He knows his craft, right? Building and engaging your social network. How have you, over the course of the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, how effectively have you done? Have you done Facebook Live or blogs or vlogs or anything like that where people saw you out there, right? Have you done anything to get more followers, right? Invited people to follow you more on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Google+, right? Twitter, whatever the case may be. We know you have to run listing appointments and follow up, right? So you LOs, engage and add value to your past clients and centers of influence. Step 2, you have to help your existing realtor partners make money. All right, don't ask them for stuff, and don't slam bagels and rate sheets in their face, okay? Because it bastardizes you, right? Focus on how you can bring them value that's going to make them money, or actually bring them a deal. Those are the two things that will strengthen those relationships, right? 3, meet new realtors. I already told you, my systems, my LOs that I coach on a one-on-one basis, you know that I never teach you to cold call or just do pop buys. I don't teach that, okay? The numbers are too low, 110 to 1. You got to talk to 100 people, get 10 people to listen to you, do business with 1, right? We don't have time for that. Well, what we do have is 10, 8, 7. Get 10 referrals, book 8, and get 7 to actually work with you if you're effective at helping them grow their business and or giving them business. Running appointments. We know we got to run appointments. We have to follow up, and we have to meet with builders. Okay. So those are the fundamentals, right? But when you look at your schedule, and this is what most people's look like, they check email, a lot of it. They are the audience, so they're the one looking at everyone else and what they're doing online, and looking at their social media accounts and looking at their content, right? We're the flip side of that, right? You know, we talk to people that love us because our self-esteem is preserved. We don't have to. There's no rejection there. There's no rejection, right? So we're comfortable with that, obviously, right? Talk to people on the phone that already love us. So we do that. We got to pick up the phone. First person we think of is the people that absolutely love us, right? You know, and then we trick ourselves into thinking that's sales activity, which I'm not saying it's not. We still have to do that. But, you know, the key to real money is talking to strangers and developing new relationships, okay? A lot of people take long lunches, right? Lunch meetings, long lunches. You know, I mean, if you're eating carbohydrates in any way, shape, or form during the day, I don't know how you can be a top flight salesperson. Showing too many houses, right? Too many, not qualifying people enough. You know, oh my God, the buyers are running me crazy, Pat. They're running me ragged. I can't stand it. I need more listings, which obviously that's the key to big money. However, you shouldn't, if you do a proper job of qualifying people, you really find out emotionally what they say really is important to them. You're not going to show them 16 houses. Show them 4, right? Spending too much time in existing deals, and that is self-esteem, self-preservation, and call reluctance, okay? And yet camouflage, and no, I got to oversee this. I got to be right on top of it, Pat, because I don't want anything to go right, because you're taxing the outcome. You don't have enough volume, and you need that money to pay rent, mortgage, or whatever the case may be. So you're going to make damn sure that it goes through. When the reality is, if you set up workflow automation, you have a system for how you're handling people from A to Z. You just follow the system, you hit buttons, and you do that early, you knock those things off, and you go back to marketing and prospecting for your business, right? You can't not market or prospect every single day. That's what you're paid to do. That's why we make big money. And if you don't make big money, it is a direct proportion to the level of commitment you have towards prospecting and marketing in your business. Prospecting and marketing, which means you have to pick up the phone, and we got to be in front of people. That will never be replaced. Not a Google, not a video, none of this stuff will ever replace engaging people in a real estate or mortgage business. It'll never change. It will always be a physical contact sport, okay? So the root issues of those things are lack of clearly defined and written goals. Most people don't have goals, so every single day we're not pushing towards that number, right, or that objective. Not knowing what to say, not really having a system to follow, okay, or scripts and dialogues, or Pat said I got to call past clients, but I don't know what I'm going to say. I build rapport with them, and now I'm just become, I'm not adding value. It's not creating reciprocity, and therefore I'm not getting leads. I've already taught you guys what to say, how to say it, how often to say it, and the 8 or 7 levels of engagement, right? Not knowing what to say on phone calls, right? That produces mega call reluctance, and I tell you, man, this past week I got a couple scripts that were ran by me from a client. I think, who was it? Maybe, I'm not going to mention who it was, but it was terrible. I got this script from another company. It was terrible, right? Why? Because it wasn't following the sales process. It really wasn't differentiating you, and it wasn't engaging, right? You have to plan out what you're going to say, and you have to practice it. So number 4 is, if you're not practicing what you're going to say and how you're going to say it, you're not going to be good at it. You're not going to be good at it, right? You're not going to get the result. And what do you say? Scripts don't work. Scripts don't work. Well, scripts definitely work, okay? Actors don't ad lib when they create movies. They script it out, right? NFL players don't just run around aimlessly at the football field. The plays are called scripts, right? High achievers all have scripts. So, there are things that you do and do well. If you really think about it, you say the same thing all the time, right? Those are engines, and man, they're really, really coveted. I mean, once you get them, you just continue to say and do the same things over and over and over again. So the more you say, the better you get at it, etc. All right, 5 is lack of energy. If you're not focused on your fitness goals, okay, on drinking water and getting in the gym and moving that body, I don't know how you can be a high achiever in the profession of selling if we don't have energy. Because if we don't have energy, you're going to be terrible on the phone. You're not going to have the energy to really. That's ultimately, when I ask people the question, all right, when you show up to do a listing appointment, all right. What you have the beginning, when you meet them, shake their hand, you're building rapport, qualifying them, presenting it, right? Doing a house tour, right? What percentage of the decision making of whether or not they're going to work with you right, is on the front end of that, the middle side of it, or the back end of it. See, we put so much pressure on ourselves. We think, right, a lot of people think it's actually in the close. It's in the close. Well, it's not, okay? 85% of their decision-making will be done in the first 5 to 6 minutes you walking in that door based on the energy, the passion, enthusiasm you have, right? Believe that, all right? So let me just go. I want to check out Raquel's site real quick. Loans-for-u.com. Is that it? Yeah, there's Raquel. Raquel does a great job of educating her realtors. Well, there's a video, right, on the first page, right? Look at the levels of engagement she has. I want the home buyer guy, home buyer class. Click here. There's ways for people to connect, right? There's educational stuff here. Click here to apply now. See my reviews, right? All the fundamentals are here. The map, mortgage calculator. Here's all her blogs, the latest and trending news, right? Click here to refer a friend, which is great. And on this first site, here's all her blogs, right? People can look through and see that she's active, right? The only thing I don't see, Raquel, is are links to all your social media. Oh, here they are, right here. Boom. Well, let's check it out. Let's go to Raquel's Facebook. All right. Is she posting? Is she active? Right? Great. 5-star review. Love it. Credibility. We're building credibility. She's got her nice little header there, right? And there's a post. When was it? Okay. There's video. All right. So, you know, obviously we'd like to see more, but there's comments. She's engaging people, right? There's good content on here. I was super stressed out buying a house for the first time. I was under severe time constraints and self-employed. Raquel held my hand through the whole process, worked her magic to get me a loan, right? Great, good stuff, Raquel, okay? The only thing I'd like to see is a little bit more, you know, frequency. That's it. Once a week, all right? So the beauty, you know, we're in the spider system now, guys, okay? Let me just go and see if I've got any chat comments. Virginia says, I get a 7 a.m. working a new transaction for a commercial tract of land with a previous client. I get a 7 a.m. working. Virginia, I'm gonna unmute you. Oh, Sarah Garrett, I got your. Let me just take a look. Okay, I misdid your URL. So Virginia Klingerman, I'm gonna unmute you just for a second, because I want to understand what you're saying there. It sounds like you had some good stuff happen. So give me 1 second. All right, I got you. Virginia, you there? I got you unmuted. Hang on 1 second. Virginia Klingerman? No? Okay. You may not have a headset on, but you can hear me. That's the most important thing. Let me just head over to the chat real quick and see if I got this. 7. Oh, I get a 7. Okay, she's ranked herself a 7. And I'm working on a new transaction for a commercial tract of land with a previous client. Awesome. So you're chat only. Gotcha, Virginia. I'm with you. So you're Sarah Garrett's clean website. Very good. Buyers, sellers, property search is all there. Content offers, right? Special offers, 0 closing costs, find out now. So there's sign up for my newsletter, right? There's blogs here. Good. All right. The only thing I'd like to see, I don't know why, I know this is standalone. You know, I noticed you were updating because Jason had to move over to prime lending. So probably why your site's being updated, whatever the case may be there. So with new logos and whatnot. So we're in the spider system. All right. So you said, all right, I'm going to create some content, right? Yesterday, I spent time with Rusty Hannum. He's been a Spider client for 4 years. He's out of San Diego, not a techie at all, right? And I literally had to walk him through how to open up his cell phone. You know, we went over here, right, to Amazon, right? Amazon. And I said, you want a really nice recording studio? Yeah, Pat, that'd be awesome. You want to spend about $13 to getting it? Yeah, here you go, right? So there's his recording studio. I said, your cameras on these phones are ridiculous, right? So you get this little thing here. You download a script app, right? You create a script, you upload it to the phone, and you open up the script app where the script is, and then you hit play. And now you're looking right into the phone, right? And it's 3 feet away from you, and you're doing your thing, right? $13.98, okay? All right, so then you can take that video and upload it to your YouTube account, right? You come in here, and you can do a couple things with it. You can do a Facebook ad, or you can do a video email, all right? Just real quick, I wanted to do a video email, all right? Let me just go to YouTube real quick. All right, let's just take one of these videos. There's Jason Brown, our mortgage professional. I'm just kidding, guys. That is not Jason Brown, not even a resemblance of Jason Brown. All right, but we're going to take this video anyway. Copy, right? Take whatever video you made, right? You come in here, and literally a matter of minutes, all you do is, you know, video email for generic use. Here we go. Make a copy of it. Okay. Right? Copy of video email for generic use. Great. Rename it. We'll just call this August video newsletter. Right? Like it, right? And you just, whatever topic you week, all right? Let's see. You could take any one of these topics. Let's just do health and wellness, you know. Right? All right. And, you know, let me just, so I named it my August video newsletter, right? Save. Now it's there it is. So I'm just going to put it in my newsletter folder so I can find it really easily. New folders. And I'll just call this my monthly video newsletters. Save and move. All right. So now I know I have to look at all this content and just find it really easy, like going into the folders. There it is. All right. Very simply, all I got to do now is take the, you know, the video that's in our YouTube, take the link, click change video here. All right. Boom, paste it, apply, update video email template. Okay. Click save. And now you can just go to client touch, select the database you want to hit by clicking add contacts. Now let's just call this, you know, all my past clients, actions. What do you want to do? I want to send an email blast. Select the email you want to blast. It's now in a nice folder. There it is. Okay. There's your header. There's your footer. Send blast now. Boom. Okay. Done. All right. So, you know, there's a video. Well, you know, again, that takes minutes, right? Just the only thing to time is, again, if you do that, if you did a video, like, listen, I would like you to do one once a week. I would. I think you'll get phenomenal results from doing once a week, but at the very least once a month. Okay. A once a month video e-newsletter that you can now also do a Facebook ad. You know, come into landing pages. There's a million different landing page designs in here, right? Good ones. And you can just take that same video, right? Let's just select this one. I'll just call this my I'm gonna do a Facebook ad. Let's just call this, 125 Smith Road open house. Let's just say the video was an open house. Create and start editing. Or again, if you just wanted to use that same concept, fit health and wellness, and you want to use it because there's two types of ads, and we're going to get into this next week. There's conversion content, which is education about the real estate industry or mortgage industry or insurance industry, whichever you're on, which you're really going after, getting sales now, right? And then there's also traffic content, which is just content that you're trying to build your audience and followers and get people to your website so that you can, again, why we name this company Spider, because the more followers you get, good. So if people see a landing page on health and wellness, et cetera, on a Facebook ad, and they click on it and they're in your website, they may like your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube, right? So in this case, let's just say it was a conversion content. We're going to promote an open house, okay? Or education. You can do, again, the funnels are obviously properties. I think Lou Plummer's on the call. He said it best in our seminar. What do people really want to look for? And, properties, right? So you take properties and you promote them, right? And let's just say this is a pre-launch. You're building up. Homeowners love it when you do a little pre-launch, right? So let's just say it's an open house, okay? So you can take this design, and you guys know there's a video on how to do this right in here. This is not easy. I made it this way for a reason. You take the area you want to change, upload new image, connect your logo. You click on this, change your phone number, and you click apply and save, right? You take this, you change the bullet. All you're doing is clicking on these chunks and coming over here and changing the content, right? Okay, right? Apply and save, so you can see, right? And then, good. Close. And then you come down. There's the YouTube video. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Comes out, right? The video tour of the house at nice real estate. All right, let's just say this was the house, your open house right here. Okay. You just take that link and come over here and paste that in. Click apply. Okay. Okay. All right. That'll get them, right? That'll get their attention. So, 159 grand, it's yours. All right. So, so we're done, right? We took some time and, now the videos, again, this is if we build your website. I mean, you come here, you're like, great, how do I actually, I don't want to promote. See, what we did obviously in our landing pages, guys, okay, is we gave you the ability so that if we didn't build your website, you can just take these links, right? There's the 125 Smith Open Road, and you can actually grab the link, right? Get short link, right? Now you can do a Facebook ad with that, and you can just promote it. But if you really want to grow your SEO and grow your impact locally in your local market online, you always want to drive people to your website, right? Now you can actually put a link to your website, so when they see this ad, there's also an option for them to go over to your website. You can also actually, if we didn't build your website, right, click on this thing, and as you know, based on the 2-minute tutorial on this, is send them, okay, to your website automatically, okay? Send to a web page, right? So after they click on it, it automatically redirects them to your website. That's after they fill out the form, though, right? So you can do that right in here. But the most powerful strategy is to not use the Spider CRM link, because Google knows that that's not a person's business. It's a computer-generated landing page. That if it was not here's the link, right? Yada, 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 Spider CRM, but it was, findjasonbrown.com/125 Smith Road, or jasonbrown.com/ as we know about keyword research, homes for sale, Danville, California, right? Now what this video will show you is how to actually, right, how to connect landing pages to your website and so you can create it in here, so you don't have to be a web developer. You can do sticks and stones, which I've created for you here, right? And make a really nice landing page, and then put it on your website. And then so you can take that link that's on your website, and then you do a Facebook ad with that. Now when people are clicking, they're clicking on a portion of your website, but the main domain is Find Jason Brown. That's how. So you guys will see this when you do Facebook ads. You get 300, 400, 500 people that click on your. Don't you want 300, 400, 500 clicks to your website every week, right? So that's how you begin. That's how you begin to grow. And we're going to get into the X's and O's of internet marketing. And I wanted to just today to set the right mindset, the right expectations. Okay. For you to look, number one, at yourself and say, am I being the best that I can be every week? Am I doing the things I know I should be doing, or am I not, right? There's no rocket science to sales, and never is going to be. It's fundamental. Build rapport, qualify, present, close, handle objections. The fundamentals are prospect, run appointments, follow up. Prospecting should include marketing, online marketing, social media marketing, right? And past client marketing, right? So, and then once you really build up, volume, you put a little bit more towards Zillow ads. I mean, you can do those things as long as you're good at scripting and converting those people. Because if you don't have systems to close people, and you're spending a ton of money, and it's a big waste of money, right? So, do top producers do Zillow? Of course, right? But that's not where they start. I would never recommend somebody that's doing 2 transactions every 3 months. Start your business with Zillow ads, because you're going to go dry. Start with your past clients, referrals, because it's free. Right? And they're all statistically aware of 3 deals a year. Make your first couple $100,000 doing that, right? And then begin to work more on Facebook, social media, blogging, and then you can go into Zillow, ChuliaRealtor.com, etc. And then after that, you go into more branding, which all top people, not only say top people, I'm talking $800, $900 million a year producers will do things like, billboards and radio and stuff like that, which again, you would never want to start there. That's more for branding, recognition, right? So, I mean, I know people that just are really, really good at communicating with their past clients, and that's all they do. They don't spend any money on marketing. It's all referral driven, and they crush it. They make the money that really that's all they really want to make. That's how I make $400,000. That's my lifestyle. My kids are taken care of. We can take vacations, and I just want more balance, Pat. Fantastic. You know what? I agree. Life's too short. You got to spend it with family. Got to have times. It shouldn't be, 80 hours a week. The reason why you guys got involved with this CRM, this company to begin with, is to have some accountability, some motivation, and an actual systems and process to use this system so that you're more organized. To actually finally once in your life, in your career, use a CRM where it's actually easy, right? Everything's right here. All you do, you come in your day, you click on your to-do, you do it, you click mark, check off, and then you go move on. Okay? So today was about me saying, guys, let's set our excuses aside. I'm going to dive into internet marketing, okay? And there are things that you have to learn, but the payoff is huge, okay? The payoff is huge, and it's low cost, like Facebook ads, low cost, high impact, right? Driving people to your website's engaging and converting people, right? You're getting calls. And also remind you the fact that, it's not just a function of coming on these calls. It's a function of doing one new thing, just one new thing. So next week, I'm not going to dive into 4 things. We're going to do one thing. Okay. We're going to do one thing. We're going to go into your websites, and we're going to show you how to take content, and we're going to start right at the top of that list, vlog and blog, right? Right here. Simple things you can do. How do you do that, right? And for those of you that really would like us to have us build you your website, and if you haven't, reach out, just write the word website, all right? And then we'll reach out to you, okay? So that you can do these things with ease. right? And if it's, you never want to use the company sponsored site, the free site to brand you. God forbid you leave there, but also most sites, they're really tied to the mothership domain. So really, when people are clicking on, they're not clicking on your names. Just, although your name's in the URL, the company did that. It's called a subdomain. So the credit from an SEO perspective is going to the master company, not you. All right. So you always want to separate church and state. I don't care if you're a mortgage or real estate. Okay. Classic case, Jason Brown. He was he left. He's at Prime Lending now, right? But he's always had the website findjasonbrown.com, because Jason Brown is who people do business with. Okay. Now he's leveraged himself and feels as though he's able to produce better results for clients and more products and grow his portfolio by being at Prime Lending right now versus where he was. But if he was primelending.com/Jason Brown and he did all these videos and all this content, guess what? That's what's ranked online. Prime Lending, he's at Prime. So now you can just take Find Jason Brown and change the logo out like we're doing for him, put the Prime Lending logo in, right? So same thing with Holly Creek here in Rochester, New York. Holly did $95 million in an average market share. Listen to this, okay? Holly Creek, right here, Rochester, New York, my hometown. HollyCreekHomes.com is her website. Years ago, she was at Remax. She left Remax, went to Nothnagel. Nothnagel got bought out by Holly Creek. I'm spelling the name wrong. All right, and then bought out Nothnagel Real Estate. Howard Hanna, right, out of Pennsylvania. All she did during all those transitions was pop this out and put a new one in. Who does she brand? Herself, right? Because that's who people buy from. They buy from people in this business. They don't buy from the companies you're with. They buy from people. So, again, 95 million. Average transaction is here in Rochester is under $200,000. Okay, and she did 95 million. You don't believe me? Go to YouTube, research her name, and watch her come across the stage accepting an award, and they talk about the volume of 95 million in sales. All right. So what is it about Holly that's different than everybody else here in Rochester? Was she born with the real estate genius kit? No, she worked her ass off early on in her career and built her name for herself so that now people come to her, right? But she doesn't stop growing, because in life we either get better or we get worse. You never just build it and like, oh, let it rip. No, you actually have to continue getting better. But now she's afforded herself a team. She delegates tasks, and all she does is listings all day, right? And she walks in those listings with a Louisville Slugger bat, and she tells people how it's going to be, because she doesn't care if you say no, because she's got 6 other appointments that week, right? And her average house size is obviously, I don't know, probably $500,000, right? So you have to build momentum. You build momentum. As Holly Creek, to this day, if I see her driving, she's talking on her 740 IL. She's always talking. She lives right in my hometown, always on the phone, always marketing, always on Facebook, always found, right? She's everywhere. She's everywhere. So, this is readily available for anybody that wants to win, guys. It's just, will you do the work? Will you stop making excuses and saying, I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that? Because Carlos Justo, who I told you guys the story many times, he came to America, okay? Now, he did $181 million of volume, okay, in a single year. But he came to this country with nothing, no relationships, no fraternity, no fraternity to leverage, no. So he moved from another country here, all right, broken English, right, and he became the country's #1 realtor, okay? What is it that, so he didn't have anybody to leverage, he didn't have any money to spend on marketing, but started at one person at a time, all right? So he lives a fantastic lifestyle, right? Now, he actually went bankrupt when the real estate market turned, because all his money was in Florida properties, okay? And he lost it all. Well, guess what? Just like Henry Ford did, he picked up his overalls, put them on, went back to work, and is crushing it again, because he formed the habit of what it takes to win and win big. You can't stop. And most importantly, you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. And you guys are in an industry where you get to talk to people and you get to help people. You got to enjoy it. If you're not having fun, if you don't look forward to doing what you're doing, you're in the wrong field, right? But you start to realize that when you do talk to people, that it is fun, that it is engaging, and you do have great conversations, and you actually make a killer income doing it. That actually is the greatest industry in the world to sell to. You have flexibility of time. You make money in chunks, right? Most people, man, if they get themselves in 10 grand credit card debt and they have jobs, they're screwed because there's no chunks. They can't just, you know what? I can make 20 grand next week, pay that off, and still have extra money. I can do that right now if I wanted to, right? The beauty of this business, the beauty. It's an awesome industry. Guys, that's it for Fridays with Pat today. I hope this set the stage for mentally for what we're about to cover in the next 4 sessions. And again, if we haven't built your website, you need to reach out to me or just make an indication, because we really should have that done, because I can't do anything with another person's website. They won't allow us to do things, right? Everybody protects their own administrative back ends of websites and whatnot. But there's some fun things we can do when we have built it for you. And I'm looking at the people that are on this call, and it's almost everybody. So good stuff, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I do appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules to learn, and hopefully just you hang up and you got one thing out of today, or whether it's, you know what, Sam, I got to get after it, you know, or maybe it's, you know what, I'm going to eat better, or maybe it's, you know what, I looked at those things and I'm not doing any of them. That's probably why I'm not succeeding. It's not the market. Okay. Because one loan originator in a market was telling me, man, times are really tough. Times are tough. Times are tough. This is tough market. I'm only doing 2 deals a month right now. All right. Well, in the same exact market, another individual is saying, I want to get better. I want to double my volume. Well, what are you doing? I'm doing 8 to 10 transactions a month in that market. Okay. So the other person would give their eye teeth to do 8 to 10, right? So it's not that there's no business. We can't allow ourselves to mentally fall into that trap. You know, it's sometimes we got to dig our heels in a little bit more than others. Okay. But again, look at the Dow. The money's out there. The transactions are out there. But in real estate, there's realities, okay, listings and everything else. And some people have average home size of 800 grand, right? There's challenges. There always is going to be. But what if there's transactions happening? Look in your daily record, look in the newspaper, find out how many happened, find out how many you did, you'll know what kind of market share you got. And ask yourself, what can I do to get more market share? So I have to do more things. Well, best thing you could do is reach hundreds of people every single day on Facebook in your local market with great quality content. The best thing you can do is pick up the phone and talk to your past clients so that when they're aware of those 3 deals, right, or referral opportunities, they think of you and refer that to you. Those are the things you have to do every single day, guys. Have an awesome day. God bless you. Enjoy your families, and let us know how we can better serve you, okay? Have an awesome day, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate the positive comments.